Stella Manella. I'm 20 years old. I am from Zimbabwe. I am an artist. I'm Stella Manella. You can address me as Stella Manella. I'm 20 years old. I live in South Africa. I was born and raised in South Africa, but I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm Zimbabwean. I'm Shona on my dad's side and Kalanga on my mom's side. Kalangan people, they originated from northeastern Botswana in the 1800s. They migrated to Zim late 1800s and became their own tribe. Their language is not close to Tswana, so don't think it's close to Tswana. I'm just giving a history lesson for those who don't know. This has been on my mind for quite a while, just the thought of making a YouTube channel and sharing this kind of, I mean, I've had this YouTube channel for a while, but sharing this kind of interactive and engaging content. I have not done a YouTube video where I'm actively engaging with my potential viewers, so I'm a little bit shy, but I'm very excited to start this journey. It's been an idea I've had for a very long time, but also this is mostly just about giving my potential viewers an experience of who I am. I want this specific moment in my life to be something that I remember in the future, because I feel strongly passionate about where I'm at currently, about everything, about my relationships, about like my relationship with life, about myself, about my music, my art, especially just like me as a creative. I feel like this would be a great time. This video is about my lore, and just so people can get a deeper dive on who Stella Manella is. I would love for them, if they feel called, those who find my music on YouTube and stuff, to see that I have other facets. I will be sharing glimpses, little details of what's happening in my life, but mostly I would just like to share my creative journey more than anything. Just my journey with my own creativity and expanding it and rediscovering it. Creativity and spirituality to me go hand in hand in such a way that is like almost incomprehensible to most people. Part of that is the reason why I'm here right now. Glimpses and just like feels of what my life is like as an artist, and also just like a person who is building their way forward. And I think documenting this, especially this part of my life, is kind of a good idea, because I feel strongly and deeply that I'm at such a significant point where shifts for my greatest good are happening. And even just regardless of shifts for my greatest good, but the greater good of the collective, I feel like there's been a spiritual shift in the way that people are handling emotions. Like the collective is becoming more awakened to concepts, having conceptual awakenings. They're also, Zoe, oh my gosh guys, let me show you Zoe. She's so cute.
Hi mama. Hi, say hello to the people. Hi Zoe. Hi mama.
Oh, you're so cute, Zoe. Zoe, oh my god. Like I said, the collective is awakening more to concepts. Besides that, I know my spiritual wisdom in general, just sharing my creative journey, because I feel like creativity and spirituality is so interconnected. They are one. They both have to exist. You can't remove the spirituality from your creativity. It's spiritual expression. It's a spiritual process as a whole. I also feel like it's quite important for me to document moments in time in my life, to document my growth and my journey, because I feel like I'm on the cusp of a wonderful shift. I kept telling myself, oh no, I'm gonna finally release these kind of videos, these interactive videos, when I get this and that. And it's just like, that's a lesson I've had to learn in my life for so long. My earlier years were hard my journey has taught me to be happy where I am, no matter what the circumstances look like, whether we're on the verge of homelessness, whether like someone left you or your boyfriend's acting up or a friend. It's just really important to be happy where you are. Like, your vibration and your energy shouldn't depend on your surroundings and how other people treat you or how this situation goes. Like, you go up and down the waves and you ride that wave like a fucking boss, okay? With a smile on your face. Cry if you have to. Give yourself some compassion, okay? Like, look into those feelings and be like, it's okay. It's okay, girl. It's okay to feel angry sometimes. It's okay to feel like you're not doing enough. What do you need to do? Our emotions are always telling us something. I feel like this also is just going to boost my morale and my motivation for my daily activities, because talking to myself in front of a camera and making some stupid jokes, being a little bit crazy is fun, okay? Obviously, being Zimbabwean and growing up in South Africa was not completely easy. Yeah, it was not easy on my end. I feel like it's not easy for any foreigner in general to like grow up in a country that's not like, they don't have that strong sense of like, I'm home, like this is where I fully belong. It took me a while to feel like I belong. On top of that, just being easily susceptible to the energies of my environment. As a kid, I only had my influences, which were my parents. I feel like we don't explain it enough to kids that parents are not always right, you know, but I just took too much from my parents. I feel I was indoctrinated like everyone else, but for me, it still feels like violence. Like, I'm still upset about it. I was easily susceptible to their negative perceptions about reality, about life. Just to give you a brief understanding of what I mean by that, coming from a place like Zim, especially because my parents actually grew up during that era when that whole shift was happening, where Zim went from being this rich country to being devastated and crippled. For literally generations of Zim people have been like systematically crippled. These are the effects of colonialism, the whole sanctioning process when the Queen was still alive. The whole sanctioning process, the effects of that on a group of people. In South Africa, it's very easy to like come back to yourself, you know, because we're exposed to different kinds of environments. As much as there's like the bad environments, there's also a lot of good that we can take from. Like, there's also a lot of exposure to what's happening internationally. South Africa is up to par with a lot of what's happening internationally. Whereas in Zim, it's not easy to really like do things like be an activist or like have this strong sense of self. Yeah, I'm repping Zimbabwe. I feel like what I went through throughout primary school into high school, of just not being in tune with myself as a Black woman, firstly, as an African woman, and then as a Zimbabwean woman, you know, in South Africa. So it was not easy. On top of that, my parents were broke, honey. And there's nothing wrong with being broke, like
But that was my thought.
like, those are the situations that life has afforded them, and it's okay. My dad left when I was like 8 years old. We had grown up with him. My little brother and I have a sibling. He left, and my mom had to become a single parent on top of having me at a very young age, at 19. It was just not easy. Like, I'm very suave about it now because I'm definitely in a better position, but like my earlier years were difficult, and I'm not even gonna get into the school part. Bitches were hating, like, if you're looking at this. I'm kidding, yo. I'm kidding. I can't put this in this video. I'm especially proud of like where I'm at right now in my life, because like I said, my earlier life, the circumstances and situations that were offered to me were not easy.
I want to thank me for believing in me.
I feel like that's why I had a crash out era in my teenage years. Like, my life was not easy, and I guess that's how it feels to everyone. Like there is no like they suffered more or whatever. To everyone it feels like suffering, period, like whatever life journey you're on. But I feel like in the material sense it was difficult to make things happen. Always been that person. By the time I got to 2021, which was my last year of high school, I was doing grade 12. I deactivated that old Instagram account, like that persona that I had made to focus on school specifically. And that was a good idea because I got really good marks throughout the entire year. I was in top 10, so that was something like that was really cool. Yeah, I worked for that because you know what, a lot of girls started hopping on the wave of like, you know, becoming content creators, but like, so a lot of people hopped on that wave and we kind of felt like not special anymore because we didn't have the most followers in the school. It was so dumb, it was high school. But yeah, like I felt super proud of my academic achievements because not everyone can be a baddie who's an academic god on top of that. Please. So I was just literally telling my family like, you shouldn't be worried that I'm doing music, because if I wanted to go back to school even at 28, I would kill it. It's within me. Like I feel like I'm being way too haughty and flexy. It's not my real personality. Yeah, as YouTube is hard. Like I don't know how I'm being perceived at this point. The fuck perception, this is for me. Making these YouTube videos, and I'm gonna give you so many I have so many exciting things coming up, but making these YouTube videos is like liberating a little bit because I know I'm ever changing and ever evolving. Like in 2 years when I watch this, I will not be in the same place. Like I won't be in the same place. I feel like I'm gonna evolve this mind state as well. Just the lack of compassion and stuff like that, I'm evolving, like things like that. I do feel like in 2 years when I look back at these cute little videos where I was just having fun with my friends and being authentic and being true to myself, whatever felt right in that moment, just you always have to remember that you've been that bitch. Like nothing, like don't let anything stop you from believing that. This is for me and my inner child and my higher child. I got back into music after high school. After leaving high school, I couldn't get into university or college, so I had to now, girl, I had to like refocus and redirect my energy, and like, because I really thought I was gonna go and study digital marketing, which I'm glad I didn't do, because I have a producer friend who does digital marketing and he said that shit is not what he expected. Okay, so I am glad. But I was gonna probably study marketing and continue like being a content creator, and I was just like, this one is not specifically for me, so it's fine. But I knew that I had content creation skills that I had literally built up. I knew that I want to put that into use because yeah. And for so long in 2022, my first year out of high school, the thought of doing music kept coming in my head, and I was like, no, because just the fear of rejection when it comes to musicians. And I've spoken to other musicians who, like people who are musicians at heart, who have the same sentiments. Like at some points in their lives, they were so afraid to make music or even share it because like of just the fear of rejection. And when I heard that inner resistance voice, like there was one time I was like, let's just do music, let's see where it goes, because I had exhausted my options in trying to pursue fashion design and trying to pursue so many other things. Like I'd literally exhausted my options, and I was like, let's just do music. Then I heard that resistance voice like, no. And I was like, she has to go, that voice has to go. I think it was a guy even, because that shit was aggressive. Okay, I was just like, nah, it has to go. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do music. And I only made this decision like 2023 June, July, around there, to really like now start writing music and start taking things seriously. And the opportunities came so quickly. Whereas with content creation and other stuff like fashion design, I had to force I had to force things to work out for me. But with music, like a couple of days after continuously waking up in the morning and adding writing lyrics and stuff like that to my routine, because I was like watching so many YouTube videos on how to be like the next fucking Beyonce or Rihanna or Nicki Minaj or both, all three. But yeah, till today, like research is something that I really love and partake in, like on YouTube. I have my own corners of YouTube that I have literally taken with both arms. Literally just a few days after writing music, my music and stuff, I got a DM from a producer, and he literally became my mentor later, helped me learn how to produce on his laptop, everything. And I was also learning how to make beats on my phone. And yeah, long story short, I released my first song, and I love Raise the Bar because like I feel like as a first song, and now I have bangers in the vault, and this is like part of my rollout. And yeah, but I honestly, I feel I thrive when I'm in my headspace of being super dreamy and sensitive and romantic, like a little bit, okay, let me not say delusional, but imaginative, very imaginative and just dreamy, and you know, in my sensitivity and my bubble. I feel like right now, at this point in my life, this past year, even though it was low-key hell, I've been able to really develop and really tap into those sides of me more. And that's really important to me because I felt like I had lost touch with my femininity. For the past few years, I have been working to rebuild that connection with myself. And I just, like right now where I'm at, I feel like I'm thriving in my dreamy, sensitive, and just like imaginative and romantic energy. Like, yeah. And also like just spiritually, yeah, I'm proud of where I'm at, proud of where I'm going. So my experiences were hard, but I'm harder. Like
Exactly.
fit hard too.
Exactly.
I'll show you guys a chick. Like I've grown from where I was. Yeah, ever since I've gotten into music, I've been so much happier. I have so many songs that I have worked on, and I'm so excited to release them. Music has been an amazing place, an amazing outlet for my emotional expression and just my expression in general. Like anything I want to talk about, even if I'm in the wrong, like it's so cool, and I think it's an amazing outlet for me. It's done me so good. I don't have to bottle up emotions that I couldn't deal with because I can sing about it, you know, or I can rap about it, or I can like make some beats. I'm an artist, not just an artist though. I sing, songwriter. Singing is what I've known first, but I feel like I'm equally singer and rapper, or sometimes more of a rapper. I am a choreographer, a producer, but I haven't started producing for other people yet. I'm still on me, but that is in the works as well. I am a choreographer. I know how to bust a move. Also a content creator now, because I guess this is part of my resume. It's part of my resume for now though. I don't think the YouTube era will have me for very long, but it's gonna have me for as long as I want. I'm not putting any dates or anything, but I just would like to say that I was here, part of the whole South African YouTube era, and yeah, representing. Dude, I feel like a lot of my personality has to do with being born and raised in South Africa, and just exposure to different kinds of mindsets. I am just as much South African as I am Zimbabwean, but I also feel like I'm just as much African. Like I'm Malawian, I'm Tanzanian, I'm everything. Okay, I just said I'm everything, literally. Fashion icon. Listen, my time in trying to pursue fashion design led me to some very amazing books and a lot of knowledge on fashion, which I'm very proud of. So nothing is for nothing, and I feel like all of my talents come together and make this one powerful force. Yeah, they come together and make this one powerful force. I get to apply all of my skills into myself. I'm so excited for like this journey and for things to work out, because like the law of compensation yields no matter what. Pursuing art, if you're trying to pursue art or take yourself in that direction, like no matter how long it takes, it's gonna work out at some point. If you're putting in the effort, energy and time, it's gonna work out. So I'm excited and things have to work out. Okay, I'm not gonna put that. Oh my gosh, guys. I want to crash out and be insane a little bit. I'm excited that I am courageous enough to share my journey with anyone who's willing to listen. It makes it especially more meaningful to me that I've shared parts of myself which are more true and more authentic, that anyone in a similar situation experiencing anything of the like in any way can relate to and can find light in. You don't have to think negatively about your future or your outcomes, or even think about the future too much. Don't spend too much time there, but use your present moment opportunities to make your desired future a reality. But yeah, I also feel like the world is shifting vibrationally in terms of what used to work back then and what is working now. I speak about stuff like this all the time on my TikTok, but it's just integral and it's part of who I am. What used to work, corruption, leaders who used to lead with corruption, with selfishness, with selfish intent, gatekeeping, the lack mindset which has been normalized in our society. I feel very strongly, and also astrologically, in astrology, the prediction is that that is all going to change. The world is moving into an era of leaders with compassion. I feel like I might have what it takes. I'm still working on my compassion aspect and just having compassion for myself and people in general, like other people who, even if they mean to hurt your feelings or do stuff like they do, they actually mean to. I mean, they mean to, but like, who's hurting? Like the hurt person within. And yeah, I'm just excited to share this journey with you. This is my lore. As you can see, serving.
Here comes the hurricane, bitch. Here comes the hurricane, bitch. Here comes the hurricane, bitch.
I'm two kinds of potential. First new ice house to sweat ya. Warm one, two, I'm Count Princessa. Yup, boo, I'm house possessor. Come to my town to get ya. Come to ice house to get ya.